Ryan, new single. Right?
It's called Turn It Down.
Okay, do it. Ladies and gentlemen, The Sweet, one more time. See you next week.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Stefan ADIKA. You're on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artists. And also make sure you subscribe and hit that bell to be notified so you don't miss any other episodes. Funny, Hellraiser, The Ballroom Blitz, Fox on the Run, Love is Like Oxygen, Little Willie. Well, this is the man that was there. He's the man on the records. Andy Scott, lead guitar player, songwriter, backing vocalist. He's in the house. He's going to talk about stories of Sweet and the new music that Sweet has given you. Also, old stories, The Call from Nikki Sixx, working with Iron Maiden, and much, much more. When you think of glam rock, you think of the Sweet. Now put your hands together, everybody, for Mr. Andy Scott. Coming up next, don't touch that dial.
I could tell you, I'm saving it because I think I will write a book. It might be like a digital, like me talking rather than it being something that is in a pages and things like that. But Mick and I, one night, it was about midnight, and we were looking for something to do, and I went, I've heard about this place, Studio 54. So we get in the limo that's been provided by the record company, and we go down there. Mick's got his fur. It's the winter. Mick's got his fur coat on, and I've got a long black leather coat. And we stepped out of this limousine, and there's a queue of people down the street. Remember, and these two guys have thought, oh well, these guys look like somebody, and they heard the English accents. The rope was opened, and we were now in this. Well, it was like a scene from Dante's Inferno when you went inside there. Anything was and everything was going on. I will not expand anymore. And I just remember thinking to myself, we've got to come here again. So we then said to the others, oh, we went to this place. And they said, oh, well, yeah, next time we'll come. And of course they didn't. So Mick and I went down a second time, and this time we kind of went, it was better the first time, and we never went again.
Hi, I'm Andy Scott, and I'd like to welcome you to the new Sweet video channel on YouTube. What you will get here is the best quality of anything that you've ever seen by the Sweet. It will include promo films, documentaries, all kinds of stuff. It's the only authorized channel, so I welcome you and enjoy. I've got a YouTube channel that I run with a German management company called the Sweet Official YouTube. And we've managed to put up there most of the videos of the original band from the era. And where we haven't been able to grab it properly, we've managed to rent it from the BBC.
Really?
Yeah. So it now costs me money to put up me on my own YouTube channel because, well, that's the way it is. And of course, between should we say 84 and now, there's been, as I said to you, about 5 or 6 reincarnations of the band. So you now see how the band changed from that to that to that to that, because there's TV shows that we did. There's live videos. We've made a few DVDs along the way, and now since 2019, the recently established outfit with Paul Manzi as lead singer and Lee Small on bass, alongside Bruce Bisland, my drummer of 30 years. Would you believe that? He's been with me for 30 years.
30 years.
I think we're now producing probably the best that we have produced. we had a song called Everything back end of last year, and it went to #1 in the Heritage chart over here.
You are everything I ever wanted.
People can stream it, they can vote for it, they can, you know, and our song went to #1 over Christmas, which was remarkable. And I had to make the comment, here we are, almost 55 years after the band started, still hitting #1 in a chart somewhere. We made a great video though, because I'm part of a concert that raises money for cancer. Having had prostate cancer myself in 2009-10, and so Rock Against Cancer, it went ahead last year in September, and we were the band who did the sound check on the night before for the PA company, and we got up there, and during that sound check we played the song Everything, and people filmed it with their phones, and a couple of people had decent SLR digital cameras, and we cobbled together a video of that and a few live shots from the following day at the actual festival itself, and it just looks fantastic. It's so not cheap, but it was easy to make, and it looks so real, because we were playing the song and they cut the studio version to our live played version, you know, because you want the sound to be exactly like the record, and you wouldn't know that the drums and the lead vocal and the guitar, we weren't actually playing what you're actually hearing, because as somebody said, when you played it, it must have been exactly the same tempo as the record. The singer is singing, Paul is singing the way he sang it on the record. You're playing the guitar. You know, everything was kind of in place. As I said, go on the YouTube channel and you'll find all of this sort of stuff.
I will go on there and put a link for people to watch as we're talking to match up what we're talking about. That's because you had a drummer 30 years plus, and he knew how to keep keep you guys all laid back. That's why we give, you know. And I said it early in the interview, without you, there'd be no these Motley Crues and all these, because these guys like a Nikki Sixx, they're the first to say that you were the guy who, you know, you're a band, and you guys created something for bands like this, the Poisons and all the glam. I mean,
talking to Nikki Sixx, in the book, I've not read it, but a friend of mine read it, and he said he talks about phoning Brian Connolly up, you know, in the middle of the night a couple of times. It wasn't Brian, he was talking to me. He woke me up a couple of times and said, why don't you come over to LA and produce my band? He obviously got hold of my number from somewhere. And I said, send me an airline ticket. And it was right at the time when that was mainly what I was doing, producing records in the early 80s. And I just used to say to him, look, send me I remember sending him a fax. Those were the days, weren't they?
Fax.
Yeah. I remember sending him a fax with my address and phone number and, fax address. There was no emails. And then it kind of stopped. And then I read somewhere, in fact, my manager agent, because I told him about it, and he said, he said you should have gone. Because the guy who ended up producing Queen, Roy Thomas Baker, got hold of their demos. Now, he sent me these demos. He did send me the demos, Nikki, but they were terrible. Very first set of demos that they had, and Roy Thomas Baker remixed them or got hold of them and did something to them. They did sound a little bit better, but they still were what they were, you know. And it wasn't until the next album where, and I'm trying to remember what that album was called. It wasn't, was Tinseltown the second album or the third album?
There was Too Fast for Love was the first one. Then there was Shout the Devil. And then was it Theater of Pain? The one they got really glammy with Home Sweet Home on that one.
Right, okay.
And Girls.
Right. Well. Anyway, it wasn't until the next album where somebody had obviously done it from the ground up. But I think that there was a record company just wanted to release whatever that first one you said, Too Fast for Love or something.
Too Fast for Love. Yes.
Yeah.
They put one out themselves. Then the record. Then they did one when it got signed. So he wanted you to produce. Did he want to write too with you, or he was just looking for the producing?
Well, I then found out, later, because you start going, so what is it? He said, oh yeah, they put an advert, or somebody put an advert in a trade mag saying, wanted Brian Connolly as lead singer. In other words, if you've got blonde hair and you can sing, you'll get the job, mate.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's a great story. That's a great story. Yeah. So then never went anywhere after that, huh? The fax or the phone calls, they just went, huh?
No.
You didn't pursue it. You didn't pursue it. You were just like, you heard it and you're done.
Well, no, it's just it came from nowhere, and it's not as if they had a name. I mean, when I had Iron Maiden in the studio, at least I'd heard of them. This was real early days as well, and the demo that they played me was terrible as well.
Wow.
And I said, we need to they said, can we just re-record the drums? And I said, well, if you can get a drummer to play as out of time as that guy on that record, then good luck. Because I said, I can improve the drum sound a bit, but I said, I can't ask a drummer to play out of time like that.
Wow.
Because, well, no, because, you might as well stick with what you had. If you want things to speed up and slow down,
it's like you're on a freeway.
Yeah. Well, it was the song Running Free.
I'm running free, yeah. I'm running free.
Running free, wow.
And the record company couldn't wait. EMI had signed them, and I put a backtrack down. We'd also recorded an instrumental. I think it was called Transylvania. And I was waiting for the singer to come in to do his part. And 2 weeks later, I heard that they'd been scheduled to go on Top of the Pops as a new release with Running Free. And I thought, oh, well, they must have got it sorted with somebody. But the other thing I said was, if you want to start messing with the multi-track, you need to go and copy that. Because I said, if we destroy it, you got nothing. You're left with that 1/4 inch that you've got, which is a terrible mix, Wow. So I think I gave them a slightly better mix of their demo, but look, it's all in the past.
That was Andy Scott of The Sweet. And if you did like this episode, leave your comments down below. Love to hear your feedback. And also, if you want to check out our other playlists and great interviews, click on the box right here. And remember, the first of the month, it's a vinyl showdown. If you join Patreon right now, you can enter to be in it. That's right. Enter to be in it. You supporting Patreon supports this channel and the great stories of rock and roll. Until then, everybody, it's only rock and roll, and we like it. And who loves you, baby? We do. I'll see you all later. Bam. Are you still here? Well, click on the box right here. All right, now get out of here, you crazy kids.